Hello again YouTube, it's me. Today I'm going to be talking about a few things, but first thing is a review of a short story and then the film that they made of the short story. The short story is by Stephen King. I don't think many people have actually read the short story, I might be wrong on that, but I hadn't heard of it as a short story, I just heard of it when the film had come out. And the short story is 1408. First I'm going to talk about the film because I watched the film first, it just makes more sense. I thought the film, I thought it was crap, personally. I thought it was really badly made. It had John Cusack in it, Samuel L. Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson, I don't have a good opinion of him as an actor, so we'll ignore him. But John Cusack is a very good actor, so I was expecting good things, and the film just disappointed me because it wasn't as chilling as I thought. It was just a bit weird, and I didn't like that. It just didn't resonate with me. There was one part in the film that did kind of get me, which was there's a bit of the film where he's in the hotel room, and he goes to the window and he sees someone on the other side of the street, like sitting and reading, and the person on the other side sees him, gets up, goes to the window, and John Cusack's like waving and getting his attention, and the guy on the other side of the road starts copying him, like almost exactly in time. And then a light goes on the other side of the street, and he can see that it's himself, like reflected back. It's him on the other side of the street, and then he sees this figure go up behind him with like a axe or something and swing, and that's the only bit that actually made me jump and that I thought was well done. I thought the rest of it was quite bad. But I read the short story anyway because it was Stephen King. I assumed it was going to be a good read, and again I was quite disappointed. It was good in part, but I don't think he kept the pace as well as I thought he would. I'm going to read a couple of extracts of it just to kind of get my point across. Right, so this is it's about 10 pages in, 15 pages maybe, into, actually no, it looks like it's more than that. Let me have a look. Okay, it's like 24 pages in, this part I'm about to read, and this is where things start going really creepy. And this the character Mike Eslin, is it Eslin? Anyway, Mike's gone into his hotel, into the bedroom part of the hotel room, and on the bed is this little menu for the hotel. And when he first looks at it, it's in French, and then he closed his eyes and opened them. The menu is in Russian. He closed his eyes and opened them. The menu was in Italian. Closed his eyes, opened them. There was no menu. There was a picture of a screaming little woodcut boy looking back over his shoulder at the woodcut wolf which had swallowed half his left leg up to the knee. The wolf's ears were laid back and he looked like a terrier with his favourite toy. I thought that was quite well done, that bit. Very creepy, quite subtle in what it was, because a menu changing languages, that's not actually scary at all. It's weird and unnatural, which is why it becomes scary. But there's nothing inherently harmful about a menu changing languages. And then literally a page later, he goes back into the living room where there's these three paintings. Now one of the paintings is of a woman in an evening gown standing on a flight of stairs. And all the pictures have changed, and this is what's happened to the picture of the woman. The pictures on the living room wall were crooked again, and there were other changes as well. The lady on the stairs had pulled down the top of her gown, baring her breasts. She held one in each hand. A drop of blood hung from each nipple. She was staring directly into Mike's eyes and grinning ferociously. Her teeth were filed to cannibal points. Personally, that description was too much. The menu changing, that was brilliant, but then he did too much by putting the woodcut of the boy being eaten. Too much in my opinion. And then suddenly the pictures were crooked again. Fantastically subtle, but really creepy. And then suddenly, oh no, she's got her boobs out and she's grinning and she's got sharp teeth. There was no subtlety in that. The way I like the ghostly room at the inn type stories is when they are really subtle. Like if you read Turn of the Screw, one of my favourite ghost stories, and it's nothing actually happens until at the end. I won't ruin it, but most of the way through it's just her seeing him and him seeing her, and that's it. There's nothing inherently harmful about his appearance, but the way it's written leads you to make the same assumptions that the characters do. Whereas in this case, it's obviously violent the whole way through, and I think that's too much, and I was expecting better from Stephen King. So all in all, the film, 2 out of 10, and the short story, I'll give a 5 out of 10. It was alright, but it wasn't bad, it wasn't great. You know, quick update, I've done my first shift at my job now, and it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Handed my first essay in at uni. Started writing my creepy short web series, but I've got a lot more development to do on that yet. Again, leave me a personal message or a comment if you're interested in this in any way. It'd be really good to get as many people involved as I can, particularly in the writing part of it. Also, a friend from my old school has commissioned me, I guess is the right word, to write a short film for him about depression and loneliness, so I'm going to play around with a few ideas. I told him I'll have the first draft done in about a week's time, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated on everything. If you've got any comments about 1408 or any other ghost stories that you weren't happy with or that you really enjoyed, leave a comment below and I will hope to reply to all of them. Thank you very much. See you next time.